I was not impressed. Never mind. All right, section 4.1 in your book. What's the image of 2, 6? So we've got to read how it says it. If I've got they want the image of 2, 6, that means that I've got the pre-image. So to get A prime, I have to go 2 minus 8, because the rule is subtract 8 to x, add 4 to y, 6 plus 4. A prime is going to be negative 6, 10. So B prime in number 2, we're going to take that negative 1 minus 8. We're going to take that 5 plus 4. B prime is going to be negative 9, positive 9. Now, it changes when we go to, now they're saying pre-image. So the question is how do we undo, to go backwards, how do we undo this? Because they're giving me C prime, and I got to work back to get to where they started. So negative 3, I'm not going to subtract 8 from it, I'm going to add 8 to figure out where we started. I'm undoing it. Negative 10, I'm not going to add 4 to it, I'm going to subtract 4 because this is an undoing. Undo to get where we started. So that means the first image that they had was 5 and negative 14. Now I want you guys to follow what I'm saying here. Yeah, what's 5 minus 8? That's where the negative 3 came from. And what's negative 14 plus 4? That's where the negative 10 came from. So those are undoing. 16 is also an undo. Yeah. Because of the rain. Undoing. 4 came from something being 8 being subtracted. I'm going to add to undo. Negative 3 came from adding 4 to it. I'm going to undo by subtracting 4. The pre-image of that one would have been 12 and negative 7. If I add 8 to, if I subtract 8 from 12, like the rule, that takes me to 4. If I take negative 7 plus 4, that's my negative 3. This next one, what's the error? Well, this whole problem started with the pre-image down here, and I can tell that's the pre-image because of the primes. And this rule is telling me to move that pre-image down 1 and left 2. And I think they did it backwards. Oh, wait, they added 1. No, wait, hold a second. No, they added 1, and that means that it was, nope, that's the X. Hold on a second. They moved it, now you guys careful here. From G to G prime is up to right 1. From G to G prime is up to right 1. They were supposed to go down 1, left 2. They went up to, yep, and I'm going to write it 2 ways. They went up to right 1, or y plus 2. I'm sorry, x plus 2. They did it opposite, x plus 2, and then y plus 1. That's the way they did it. They didn't interpret it right. They did opposite of what was going on. Now, this next group, I put them on here specifically when we get to talking about your quiz. You'll see why I put them on here specifically, because on the quiz, most everybody missed reflecting over a line y equals 1. A y equals line is horizontal. Y equals 1 is a horizontal line that goes through the y-axis at 1. Over here, it would be here. Y equals 1 is a horizontal line that hits the y-axis at 1. So you just had to come and say, all right, I knew A went over when I did this. A prime comes out here. C prime stays in the same spot. B's 3 below the line. B prime's going to be 3 above the line. I knew it popped out there, but there's your image from that flip. And then A is 2 below, so A prime comes up here. C prime comes down here. D prime, B prime. Just flipping them over, the y equals 1 line.
I've never been this tired in school ever.
Let's turn this over when you're ready to go. The y equals 1 line. I graphed the pre-image. I don't know if you guys went by 2s or what, but I just decided to go this way when I graphed it. I didn't do the math. I just graphed it. To do the math, I wrote the rule over here. This is going to rotate, and it's also going to become 1/5 of the size. B prime is going to be +1, +2. When I multiply by, this is -0.2 is what you can multiply everything by. -0.2. 1 divided by 5 is 0.2, -0.2. -1/5 of -10 is going to be +2. -1/5 of 15 is going to be -3. For D, -1/5 of 0 is going to remain at 0. -1/5 of 5 is going to be -1. So I have my pre-image already. I'm going to go plot my image, 0, -1 for D prime, 2, -3 for C prime, and 1, 2 for B prime. I went by 1s. I know my C was off the page, but I went by 1s. If you went by 2s, just make sure your math over here is right. It'll just be like a lot littler.
It's not an offset yet.
I'm still videotaping, so hold off. When I go down to number 20, this one's getting 3 times larger and rotating. -3 makes it 3 times larger and rotates. So -4 times -3 is going to be +12. 1 times -3 is going to be -3. N prime, you guys see 0, 0 sit there. 0, 0 multiplied by anything is going to be 0, 0. -3 times -3 is going to be +9. Oh, I don't think this one's going to be on here. -3 times 16 is going to be +18. That's going right off the page. I didn't even think about that for my graphing. Nuts. Well, I'll get there. I'll make it look kind of okay. L prime's sitting in the same spot. M prime is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and -3. That's where M prime lands. 9 and 18. I'm going to have to get this one off my page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holy nuts. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. It's way up here. It turns and gets 3 times bigger. Now, if you went by 2s, that actually would have been wise. You know what I realized when I was doing these? I should have put those grids. I should have rotated the grids itself 180 degrees. They would have been tall enough then. Had I done it like long ways, or tall ways rather than long ways, they would have fit. But make sure your points are right. That's the most important thing, is to make sure your points are right.
Well, I didn't find like a 2.
Yeah, you can do that. Just make sure your points are right. And the end result looks 3 times bigger.